Real YouTube is win tournaments. We both won this tournament.
Not.
Nut. Hello everybody. So there I was, invited to the Players Cup along with my good friend Marcus. Marcus, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Yeah. So the Players Cup had an invitational. The Players Cup is kind of like our World Championships replacement. It's an online circuit. There were basically two different main phases. There's the kind of like regular path to qualification, of which was the Wi-Fi tournament, which both Marcus and I advanced in. And then like through 3 weeks of July, through weekends of July, 3 weeks, 3 weekends, I think 3 days in July, we'll be playing, each of us from, Marcus is from Germany, so from the European region, I'm from the US, so North America. We'll be playing down from 256 players, I believe, down to 4. So it's going to be difficult. So, and then those 4 from each region, and then 1 from the Players Cup, 3 from APAC, move on to a top 16 kind of World Championship equivalent, but it's online. That's the general outline. However, there was also an invitational where they invited 8 players, and the winner would move on to the Players Cup. So, Marcus and I played in this tournament, and we used the same team, so we wanted to share the team with you guys.
Yeah.
How would you say that it went?
Sorry, say that again.
How would you describe our tournament run?
Yeah, I saw a graphic of the like teams and players and the placings and final standings the other day. And I was like, yeah, well, like, what were we thinking? And I don't know. Like, well, I guess we'll figure that out in this video talking about the team again. But yeah, truth be told, it wasn't our best tournament.
Not our best work, I'll be honest. I did think it's funny that the bottom 3 players all had Snorlax. It was you, me, and Graham on the graphic. I thought that was really funny. Anyway, so we were working on a team. We were working on the team that you see before you together, and I don't know.
Well, like,
the team is called Family Reunion. Maybe that's where we should start. So because all the Pokemon look like they're related to each other.
I forgot about the family reunion.
Yeah, that was the whole point. It was they all looked like they're related to each other. Like, Aditi is like the star child of the family. Like everyone's like pinning their hopes on her. Hadarini is the aunt. She never married.
Very, very weird aunt.
Very super weird. Dusclops is the creepy uncle. I think Rabombi is the aunt's pet.
Oh, I don't remember who Rubambi was.
Do you remember who?
Or maybe it's like a small child or something.
Oh yeah. Maybe. Oh yeah, Venusaur is the pet. Venusaur is the dead frog.
Yes.
And who's Snorlax?
We had Torkoal on this at some point, and it was definitely
grandfather. Oh, you're right. It was Torkoal was the grandfather. Yeah. Okay, well Snorlax we haven't figured out exactly yet.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So it's a team, and it relies heavily on utilizing like very strong Gigantamax Pokemon. So like the Snorlax or the Hadarini, and you try to get them up in speed control either with Trick Room or with a Speed Swap from Rubombi.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen very often in the tournament.
Unfortunately.
At least for me, but
I don't think I pulled it off either.
It could have been cool.
We were very close to running Hadarini or Rubombi at Bread because Mental Herb we just put it on because Sash was taken. In hindsight, I think if we had Bread, we would have won. I think if we had Rubombi at Bread, we could have done much better.
Maybe it would have changed things. Maybe I would not have maybe no freezes, maybe some confusion. I don't know.
So we went in total 1 win in sets, 4 losses.
4 losses, yeah.
My losses were
only because we were eliminated once we had 2 losses. I think it could have been more.
Oh, definitely more. I think we could have lost to everybody else. Like honestly,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So we finished 5th and 7th. There was no 8th. So out of the 8 players, we were basically last and second to last. So we're happy with this finish. The goal was not last and last. But yeah, I mean the team was basically interesting. Like it was a very polarizing team. In terms of the matchups, like if it had a good matchup, it was like very good, and if it had a bad matchup, it was like very very bad. So we knew going into it that like Earthquake Excadrill was a problem, especially with Togekiss. But we figured like, well, at least I figured. I don't know about. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, we talked about
it.
Yeah,
okay. I thought so. So basically, the starters' hidden abilities were just released before this, right? And I figured no one's gonna bring Earthquake Excadrill because Grassy Surge Rillaboom had just been released, and I was like, oh yeah, then they won't have a ground type move. So of course they're gonna want to run high horsepower because like I'm known for using Tapu Bulu. It's like it's known that I like grassy terrain. Why would you bring Earthquake? You'd basically be running one attacking move on your Excadrill. But then we lost to... I got knocked out by both Togenkiss Excadrill Dragapult teams, and then Marcus lost...
Yeah.
Your first loss was pretty unfortunate. Marcus got frozen twice, got 0 out of 6 confusion hits at least, and then had very bad sleep luck.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
Oh, for sure,
but but then just losing to Togenkiss Excadrill was not a good feeling, I can tell you that.
No, it didn't feel good at all. We both lost to Ashton. Ashton eliminated both of us actually, with Togenkiss Excadrill lead, and we'd be like, oh, well, I guess that's that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun building for this. Something we hadn't really mentioned yet, but this event was played out with open team lists, which meant that we could see the Pokemon, the items, and the moves of the other guy's team, and they could see ours. So this was announced very short notice.
Yeah, after we were invited, we found out. We found out 2 or 3 days before the event, I think, that the team sheets were going to be open.
Yeah, but it led to some interesting decisions, like pressure on Dusclops instead of Frisk, because, well, you see the items anyway, so you don't need an ability to do that. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that really changed was that once I saw my opponent's team and I saw that they had Earthquake and Excadrill, I knew I was lost. So. Not sure what it was like for you, but
yeah. I would look at the team and be like, oh yeah, if they lead Excadrill, I lose, and then they would lead Excadrill, I would lose, and the thing was, it wasn't just Excadrill. James Beck, he led. I think he did Excadrill Togenkiss game 1, and then just did Excadrill Dragapult game 2, and I still couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was really bad, and we couldn't see EVs either, so we couldn't know about speed stats and the like. So that was
Yeah, maybe we should explain a little bit why Earthquake Excadrill especially was so bad. So essentially against those teams, if Indeedee with Follow Me was able to draw away any attacks, we could boost Snorlax or we could set up Trick Room with Hatterini. But yeah, with Excadrill, obviously Earthquake, that would bypass Follow Me, and both Snorlax and Hatterini take so much damage from Earthquake, especially if it's boosted by Helping Hand or if the Togekiss has Dazzling Gleam, and that would set us back so much that we, couldn't come back.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, basically, the team doesn't have any immunity to ground type moves. It has Ribombee, which is a resistance, but Ribombee doesn't want to face off against Excadrill. And Togekiss was a problem as well because it was constantly protecting the Excadrill, who also its Excadrill was a hard matchup for this team anyway because if they chose to Dynamax, they got a lot of bulk, and then their defenses started raising as well. So it was already a problem, even without Earthquake. But if they had Earthquake, it was it was just very difficult because they had the option of Dynamaxing and making themselves bulky or just outputting damage. And Togekiss also limited our options because we couldn't Sleep Powder them with Venusaur, we couldn't Speed Swap ourselves to get speed advantage with Ribombee. And yeah, Ally Switch, which we had on 2 Pokemon, doesn't help versus Earthquake. So yeah, like Marcus mentioned earlier, the whole point of the team is to basically set up either Snorlax or Hatterini, or sometimes both, to win the game. And Excadrill is just such a problem for that because you can't boost safely with Snorlax, and you can't do anything with Hatterini except hope for confusion hits, or maybe if you're lucky hit them with Max Flare, which still doesn't KO Excadrill if it's Dynamax. So yeah, people are. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, it obviously also didn't help that we played against some of the best players in the game.
Yeah, we couldn't cheese. Sometimes when you play against bad matchups, you can rely on experience or conditioning or just play out of your mind. And not only did we have practically 0 tools, even though I lost to Ashton, I was very proud to get a game off of him because I don't know what I was supposed to do. And I feel it was somewhat close as well, which I was you know what, if that's like Marcus said, they invited some of the best players in the world. Not every best player in the world. There were some people who were not invited who, definitely...
Yeah, and they invited me. So.
They invited me too, so I guess they didn't invite all the best players in the world. So, but yeah, I don't know. It wasn't easy, and yeah, we just kind of hoped that we would play against more kind of we figured like, oh, invitational, like time to do cool stuff, like might like maybe people don't bring just standard teams, but that was a bad assumption to make. So yeah.
Yeah, by the way, the videos are also up on YouTube.
Don't
On
watch
the
them. No, they're not up.
official
They're not up. Don't watch. Don't watch.
Pokemon channel. Oh, wait, sorry, just got a mess. Oh, they're not up. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I think they've been taken down. But yeah, if you want to watch the games, all of them are up. There's some good Pokemon played there. Not necessarily not necessarily in my matches, I would say. But
or mine, but
yeah, I mean, there is good Pokemon, but it's not it's a one-sided, and the one side is not my side. So, I would say my set with Graham was good, but like I feel like I played well there, but also like it was kind of more the kind of teams we were expecting, which were maybe more defensive. We knew Jan Snorlax was picking up. That was the one match I won, and like but the thing is, like I just felt like I had such a team advantage. So even though like I played well, and like I'm not saying I didn't play well there, but the team like that was a time where like the team did what it was supposed to do. It was also my first game, so I was like, yes, we're gonna win this first and second, and then we were fifth and seventh.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah, I like my set against Alex.
You played really well. You both played very well there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, it was hard to watch as your friend.
No spoilers, but yeah, it didn't go my way.
Yeah, well, I will say though, like this was a nice experience, at least for me, because like Marcus. So I guess many of you probably don't realize. So when I won Worlds in 2016, like that was Marcus and I. We worked like super. Like we built the team together. We did everything together. We actually did play in the tournament, and so that was kind of the last time we both ran. I think the same team at an event. We worked together obviously since then, but yeah, very different finish than first and fourth. But like, at least for me, I kind of felt going into it like we can't both advance, right? Anyway, like it's not like you can get first and second and. Second place also gets like a nice prize or whatever, because only first place got a bye to the finals of the tournament of the Players Cup, and then second place got nothing. So I kind of felt like even in a best case scenario, one of us was going to get nothing. So I feel like that made me less motivated to try and like really win, because we were working together anyway. And I don't know, it was going to feel bad if like even if we got first and second, it feels bad for second to get like nothing. So yeah, I feel like that definitely shaped kind of how I approached this, because of the way that the prizing worked. But what I was originally going to say is that it was nice to work together, just because like even though we didn't do well, like I had a lot of fun working on this. Like this is the most fun I've had playing and like building a serious team in a long time. And so even though of course we did poorly, like I would even knowing what the result would be, I think I'd still do the same thing again. Right? Like build a really fun team that did badly and was funny for us. Like rather than like really try hard and get really stressed about it, and like I don't know, like even in the best case scenario, like. And it wasn't like if we tried like and built a super serious kind of standard team, it wasn't like we were even guaranteed to move on, because everyone else in the tournament was also really good, like and trying seriously.
Yeah.
So
yeah, to be fair, I felt like for this particular tournament, at least for me, I don't know how you felt about it, but I felt like this was a good attempt to try and see, because like if people were weak to this type of teams because they didn't expect them to show up in such a close field, then yeah, you can get some pretty easy wins. Whereas with a more standard team, you really have to grind out your victories, and you have to like play really, really well for a lot of sets against some of the best players. So yeah, I like the thought of trying to cheese some wins here and there, but yeah, they were prepared.
Yes, and if we had done well, it would have been so funny, because the team is just so ridiculous looking.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess we can talk about some specific things of the team, like Snorlax, offensive stuff, like trying to win the game. We ran Safeguard and GD because of all the Yawn Snorlax, and because status moves are really, like Sleep especially is really bad for Gigantamax Snorlax, like because you don't want it to like fall asleep. Hatterini is standard. In Rabombi, like we didn't figure there was any point in special attack EVs, because like you don't really want it to do damage, just to support Mon. We chose Ally Switch because it's like protecting set better, especially when the opponent knows you have it. It like just forces. It just forces mind games.
Right.
Venusaur, I don't remember why we had Venusaur.
Yeah, it was there to like fix some matchups. Like it's decent against Lapras, for example, or against other Trick Room teams, because you can just like stay there and sleep. And then also against Sand, it can be decent. And yeah, we used a pretty bulky variant with Citrus Berry, just so it could take some hits. And yeah, it had some nice synergy with max flare on both Hatterini and Snorlax, so they could manually set up Sun for the Venusaur to be even faster.
Yeah, well said. And then Dusclops was a little weird, but we were basically just using it as like a Trick Room bot for Hatterini and Snorlax, and so Ally Switch was really good in that case. Taunt was really good. We were worried about Clefairy. Oh yeah, Sing Clefairy was something we were concerned about that we thought we'd play. So I think this Dusclops outspeeds 0-speed Clefairy, if I recall correctly.
I don't think that was possible because...
Oh, you're right. I wanted to outspeed 0-speed, and then it was too... Yeah. Clefairy's way faster than I remembered.
Yeah, we're like... we're 1 point slower than Gastrodon, I think, with 0 speed and Rhyperior. So we could like...
Yeah.
So we could taunt opposing Dusclops before they could set up Trick Room, and we could just like dictate the pace of the game a little bit with that.
We were also weak to Dusclops. I remember now.
Yeah.
We were weak to a lot of things.
Well, it was an attempt.
But there was an attempt. Go ahead. I'm gonna look
sorry. We also got some like really nice wins on ladder or in practice games. So yeah, if you cut it up, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, if it when it works, it really works. And when it doesn't work, oh boy, does it not work. In terms of like moving forward, I probably wouldn't use most of these Pokemon again. Like, I mean, Dusclops for sure, Indeedee for sure, Hatterini for sure, Venusaur for sure, but Rabombi and Lax I probably won't try again personally. Yeah, maybe. I mean, who can never be sure, but they did. Yeah, I think it's always interesting when you have Pokemon that are like so strong in previous formats, and then you try and use them in like after things have changed a little bit, and they just like fall flat. I've had a couple instances like I brought Volcarona to Nationals in 2018, him on top of Volcarona, and it just fell flat. So that's kind of what Snorlax reminded me of. Like, was once a Titan and now feels a lot more manageable, to say the least. I don't know about you, Marcus.
Yeah, I still think the Belly Drum set is pretty strong, but as long as people have it in the back of their head during team building, then it's just not as good. And I also think now with like some of the changes that we're seeing currently with the DLC and like powerful spread moves and stuff, like it feels like Snorlax probably not the best option at the moment.
Unfortunately for Snorlax, but it will be good again, I'm sure, at some point. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say, Marcus. Do you want to? Is there anything I missed, or do you want to talk about anything else, or?
Yeah, I think that's probably it. I mean, there's not really a point in playing because now, the format has changed again. But I think it's still cool to like have another look at a team like this. And I mean, we haven't really explained, but like the big thing is obviously setting up Belly Drum and then Gigantamaxing and then just beating everything. And everyone else except Hatterini is supporting. And if Snorlax doesn't work, well, you go with Hatterini and hope that Hatterini sweeps.
I do want to say thank you to everyone for like all the positive comments. I saw a couple ones that like were like, "Oh, Wolfey, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh, Wolfey, like I'm heartbroken you lost it." I thank you. I really appreciate it. Don't feel bad. Like it was fun.
We'll get over it.
Yeah, I think I've been over it. I was over it as soon, like the same day. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate everyone cheering me on. I felt bad, like especially after I won the first set versus Graham. Everyone was like super hyped for me. I was like, yeah, Wolf's gonna win the whole thing because we played this in advance. It was pre-recorded by 2 weeks, and so like I knew the result for 2 weeks and all that, and yeah, like everyone was like popping off for me and like being like, oh, he's gonna win, and I was like, I knew what was coming, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, I apologize if you had your hopes up, but I hope you enjoyed watching nonetheless.
I wanna finish with a comment that I'm reading just now below like one of my games, and it's like Marcus took what he deserved for playing double Ally Switch, Hatterini, and Sleep Spam.
The thing is, like, I feel like we got totally different comments. Like, if you go to the comments on me versus Graham and see what they say.
Oh wow, this guy is really yeah, he had the same guy has another comment replying to someone else who was sorry for me.
What does he say?
So he's saying he used a disgusting strategy all depending on RNG. He lost because he depended so much on hacks he didn't had it.
Maybe we should do a reading mean comments video. I think that'd be really funny.
Well, yeah, maybe at some point. I mean, I don't. It's fine.
Yeah, like I'm sorry.
The team wasn't built with the intention of having that many options to get lucky. It just like happened to be there.
Yeah, we didn't do it on purpose. Like,
yeah,
it was just an accident.
Yeah, if we were trying to do that, I think
We would have done
like it
something
would
way
be more
better.
obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we would have just like parafused everybody probably. It's like
Hmm.
my go-to at least.
Yep.
But
Oh
anyway,
well.
yeah, maybe next invitational. Please invite us back, please.
Yes.
We're sorry we did bad. Next time we'll do probably about the same. Um, cool. Well, I think that's it from my end as well. So we'll call it here. Thank you for
Yep.
watching. Marcus, thank you
Like,
so much for being on.
subscribe, comment.
Like, subscribe, and comment, please.
Please comment nice things.
Please comment nice things. Please, no more mean comments. I will be reading every comment, and if they're mean, I won't delete them, but I will cry.
Oh.
Okay. So, Marcus, I got my hair cut recently.
Oh.
I had a friend cut my hair.
Oh yes.
And they told me that they messed up the back of the head. Like, apparently the back of my head is really bad. Like, apparently. But I can't see the back of my head, neither can YouTube. So it's fine, because, like, I
Yeah.
don't know what it looks like, and neither do they. But, for the rest of you, I'm going to do a back of the head reveal at 250,000 subscribers.
Wow.
I don't care when we
Wow.
get there, but the sooner we get there to now, the worse my head
Yeah.
is going to look. So
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to see that, like, because Wolf's hair grows pretty fast.
it grows
so-
crazy fast. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually grows like insanely fast. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys when you want to see the back of my head. But yeah. Anyway, on that note, thanks for watching. Do you have anything you want to add, Marcus?
Nope. That's it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.